Boys and girls have been turned away from their fathers in the black community, and all hell has broken loose. All hell. All hell. If you can think of any hell, it's in the black community first. It's in black people because they hate their fathers. Chicago Tribune, whatever you call it. What is it? Chicago Tribune is reported that most violent weekend in Chicago this year. At least 52 people shot, 10 fatally. Think about that. Just think about that. That has nothing to do with this so-called lying idea of racism. That has nothing to do with white people. That has nothing to do with either being rich or poor. That has nothing to do with but the fact that most black people hate God because they hate their fathers. They've been turned away. The parents are no good. They're having babies out of wedlock. And these boys and girls are suffering for it. And they're paying a price of it. The sins of the parents have been passed down to the children. No such thing as bad children, but bad parents. Good parents produce good children. Bad parents produce bad children. And I guarantee you these people go to church. They name and claim Jesus. They hoop and holler. They carry on. But their children are examples of what they are. The level of violence this past weekend was worse than that of the 3-day Memorial Day weekend when at least 43 people were shot. And in all honesty, it's not the responsibility of the government to make you take care of yourself, to watch you, to stop the violence. That is your responsibility. We didn't have that in black communities or in black people. When I was growing up, I never heard of black people killing one another, or anybody really. That started when black men turned their families over to the black women and their lives over to so-called black leadership. They stopped thinking and doing for themselves. They stopped loving God. They stopped being Christians, true Christians. And now they want to blame it on the whites. They want to blame it on poverty. They want to blame it on the prison system. They want to blame it on everything but what it is. And what it is, bad parenting, weak daddies, and destructive mothers. The anger that you see in black people come from their mothers. And it's been passed on from generation to generation. And that's why it has not been resolved, because they're calling it everything but what it is. And these people, they're so blind by their anger, they're electing lesbian mayors, black lesbians, and liberal Democrat so-called leadership, and things only get worse. It has only gotten worse. It's not getting better. And they even elected a so-called black president, thinking that somehow or another he was going to solve the problem. Obama is about Obama. Big Mama Michelle is about Big Mama. And in all honesty, in that fallen state, they can't care about you. They don't care about you. They care about self, power, and wealth. And how do they get it? Keeping you in a fallen state. Keeping you angry, demoralized, believing lies, and looking to someone else to be responsible for you. This is from CBSN Now. This soundbite is a news report on the Chicago violence.
Let's go to Chicago now, where police are holding a press conference on an uptick in gun violence over the weekend.
44 people were shot, 10 people have died. We're going to listen in.
Remind us all of the challenges that we face and that they are complex and profound. Beginning Friday night, we saw an uptick in shootings and determined that evening that there were multiple gang-related attacks concentrated primarily on the west side of the city and also spilling into the downtown area. On the south side, we saw several patterns in the Auburn-Gresham neighborhood that spilled into the east side of the Morgan Park district. As a result, we huddled as a team and implemented increased patrols in areas where we expected to see possible retaliation.
Amazing. It's not going to get better. It's going to only get worse because they're putting these women in charge of everything, the military, the police department, the schools. They're changing the order of life, and it cannot work. There's no physical thing that can make this work. Only repentance. You must be born again, folks. It's a spiritual issue. And you're either serving evil or you're serving good. And these boys and girls are coming out of evil homes. They're going to evil schools and all that stuff. It's not going to change the way that they're trying to change it. If you notice, it's only getting worse. It's not getting better. And everybody's like, oh, what to do? What should we do? These boys and girls, men and women, need to return to their fathers. Meanwhile, the mayor of Baltimore, another city plagued with horrific violence. And they said gun violence here, but I don't want to call it gun violence. It's not the problem of the guns. It's the problem of the people. It's not with the guns. It's with the people. And so they're trying to solve the problem they want a mediation is one option to settle disputes. Mediation is not going to solve the problem. You must be born again. You got to overcome the spirit. They already mediated. So they have an interesting solution to street beef. Mediation is one other option to settle disputes. This is dumb mayor there in Baltimore. He said another alternative, lace up some boxing gloves and slug it out. That's the mayor of Chicago. And that's that woman? They have a male or female in Baltimore mayor. There's a male now? Okay. Person by the name of Jack Young. Beta! This is from the Baltimore Sun. Jack Young, the mayor of Baltimore, suggesting people box it out to settle a dispute. What a beta male. Here we go.
And I think it's very important that neighbors come out and community come out so they can understand how violence really affects families throughout this city. You know, gun violence is something that has been plaguing this city for the last 10 years. And, you know, the murder rate in this city and the non-fatal shooting in this city have increased. I'm not happy with it, and neither should the citizens of Baltimore. So having people out here together to get the message out that gun violence is unnecessary, we can find other means to settle our disputes. You know, there's mediation. If they want to really settle them, we can have them down at the Civic Center, put a boxing ring up, and let them go and box it out. Those kind of things, you know. And the best man win, and the beef should be over. Those are some kind of things that I'm thinking about and hoping that we can get these people to put these guns down. But it's very important. We got the churches involved, and you know, once you have the church involved, because the churches are really the anchors of some of our communities. And if they can come out as much as they can to get on these corners and try to help get some of those folks to understand that violence is not the answer.
Amazing. Amazing. Why don't they say we got to return the children to their fathers? The problem is things are upside down. The more women take over, the worse things get, because that's not the order of God. Duking it out, playing the music in the background, he's driving me out of my mind, that girl. It's not going to solve the problem. How in the world can you be a man and that's your solution? I told you the black males, not all, have become the black women. They think like them, they talk like them, they act like them, they deal with issues the way a woman would. Duke it out. Is he afraid to say these kids need to be returned to their father? We got to bring the order back. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.